Good evening, and thanks for staying up late with us tonight on this Sunday evening. I'm Brooke Buckner here with meteorologist Tom Brannon. Chief Meteorologist Tom Brannon, excuse me.
Sunday? I'm here on the wrong night. Good night, everyone.
What? Yeah, we're glad to have you here on the weekend with us. It would have been nicer if you brought some better weather with you.
Oh, come on now.
I'm tired of this severe stuff.
I tell you, I think everyone in Arkansas is about tired of it. For weather fatigue, severe weather fatigue. And yeah, good to be here tonight. Simone has the night off. You'll see her tomorrow morning filling in for Tracy Bean. And we've had thunderstorms pretty much off and on throughout the day. Complex of storms earlier this morning brought a lot of wind, and the thunderstorm activity tonight is beginning to wind down. Although there is one decent cell over in Garland County that continues to hold together. Some of these cells have been producing quarter to golf ball sized hail and larger. There was baseball sized hail up in northwest Arkansas tonight. Severe weather threat is going to ramp up as we head into your Monday. There is an enhanced risk of severe weather. It's prompting a weather impact alert for your Monday and Monday night. We're looking at all modes of severe weather. This is the latest. Tomorrow morning you shouldn't have any concerns, but tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night, storms are expected to come together, possibly line up and bring damaging wind, hail, and we can't rule out the chance of a few tornadoes. I'll walk you through the timing again here in a few minutes and try to find a glimmer of hope in the extended. Brooke.
I hope you do find a glimmer of hope. Thank you, Tom. Well, take a look at this video. This is some big hail in Springdale after last night's storms passed through. Some of those looking like quarter and maybe even golf ball sized pieces. Due to the storms we've seen the last few days, nearly 20,000 Arkansans are currently without power, many of those in the northwestern part of the state. Washington County has around 7,000 in the dark and over 4,000 in Benton County. Meanwhile, people in 9 counties are now eligible for federal assistance if they were affected by the deadly tornadoes in March. FEMA had initially denied Arkansas's application, but that changed after Governor Sanders made a personal call with the president. And something worth noting, FEMA will not cover losses covered under your insurance. To apply for aid, you can visit thv11.com or text the word FEMA to 501-376-1111. You'll then receive a link to this online story with additional details on how you can fill out a form. And in Pulaski County, the sheriff's office says they've received a lot of calls regarding scams after tornadoes passed through the area. So remember, no one from any Pulaski County emergency service will contact you by phone to request monetary donations. If you get a call like that, hang up and do not give out any personal information. New tonight at 10, the Pine Bluff Police Department is asking for your help locating 2 wanted suspects. Starting with Marcus Jackson, the department says he is wanted for first-degree battery, 3 counts of committing a terroristic act, and discharging a firearm from a vehicle. He is just under 6 feet tall and around 150 pounds. Kendall Lanos, meanwhile, is wanted for 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a minor. He is also just under 6 foot and is around 120 pounds. If you know their whereabouts, you're asked to call Pine Bluff Police. And in North Little Rock, police are investigating a homicide that left 1 man dead. The shooting took place just after 9 last night near the intersection of Camp Robinson Road and Oakview Drive. When officers arrived, they found 1 man who had been shot, but as of now, no arrests have been made. However, police say they are currently speaking with a person of interest to learn more. Tonight, the FBI has identified the man who detonated a car bomb outside a fertility clinic in Palm Springs. The suspect, 25-year-old Guy Edward Bartkus, was found dead near the scene of the explosion, and investigators say they have been able to piece together when he entered the city, but are still working to learn what he did before the explosion. Despite the chaos, Palm Springs Police Chief is asking folks in the area to help restore the welcoming community.
Let's get back to the business of rebuilding the city and continuing our tradition and way of life. This is a city of people celebrating life, and it's a beacon and a safe haven for all. And we really focus on inclusivity and a community that is welcoming to all people. This is where you want to be.
All of those injured in the explosion have been released from the hospital. Developing news tonight, former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. He was seen last week by doctors after urinary symptoms and a prostate nodule was found. He was officially diagnosed Friday with the cancer cells that also spread to the bone. The former president's office putting out a statement saying, quote, "While this represents a more aggressive form of the disease, the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management. The president and his family are reviewing treatment options with his physicians." Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Rome today. This comes a day before President Trump is expected to make an important phone call to Russia in an effort to end the war. CBS's Willie James Inman has more.
The House Budget Committee will meet late Sunday to try to move President Trump's domestic policy bill towards a floor vote. This comes after 5 Republicans blocked the measure on Friday, saying the bill does not go far enough to reduce spending.
We have to deliver on extending the tax cuts, but getting also the spending cuts necessary to get deficits down.
The 5 Republicans voted with all Democrats against the GOP proposal, which includes $880 billion in cuts to social programs. Republicans hope to win approval of the legislation before the Memorial Day recess. Earlier on Sunday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio in Rome to discuss a potential end to Russia's war with Ukraine. The men were on hand for Pope Leo's Mass at the Vatican. This comes as President Trump is expected to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin, reportedly to encourage a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine.
We don't have time to waste, so we don't want to be involved in this process of just endless talks. There has to be some progress, some movement forward. Ultimately, one of the things that could help break this logjam, perhaps the only thing that can, is a direct conversation between President Trump and Vladimir Putin, and he's already openly expressed a desire and a belief that that needs to happen.
The president is expected to speak with President Putin at 10 a.m. Eastern Monday morning. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
The president is also expected to phone NATO allies tomorrow following his phone call with President Putin. A waiver request to ban candy and soda from being purchased with SNAP is now picking up support from state leaders across the country. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders was the first to submit the waiver to the USDA last month, and since then 3 other states have followed suit. Indiana, Idaho, and Louisiana have all made measures for the waiver, and now other states like Texas, Utah, and South Dakota, among others, are considering it. And a heads up for drivers across the state. Starting tomorrow, Arkansas law enforcement plans to crack down on seat belts, all part of the big annual Click It or Ticket campaign. There will be extra patrol cars out until June 1st, making sure you get to your destination safely. In 2023, research shows only about 80% of Arkansans used a seat belt, well below the national average of 92. State police say buckling up can mean the difference between life and death. And they won't just be focused on daytime driving. Police are also paying close attention at night when unbuckled deadly crashes tend to go up.
And we have a bumpy ride coming up tomorrow. There's a weather impact alert. I tell you, the timing is going to be more in the afternoon and at night, but you need to prep for strong to severe thunderstorms once again. They'll end early Tuesday and a much better middle part of your week on the way. I'll walk you through the timing of those storms after the break.
Graduation day is a special day that many remember forever, but today at Hazen High School, the ceremony was just a little bit more remarkable. After the break, we'll share the story on how one student didn't let cerebral palsy stop her from making it across the stage.